Well, if we're being honest, this has been a bit of a weird season because since February, we've not had any cups to play for, we've not had relegation or Europe to play for. One of those weird mid table seasons that had just sort of fizzled out. So rather than show you all of it, we've skipped through to the final two games. And ahead of what should be a very big summer of Fulham Football Club, we finish our season against Arsenal and Liverpool, and there's still a slim chance we can finish in the top half. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 7 of this FM09 Let's Retro Save from Fulham with me, Daniel. We are back today for the final two games of the season as we head to Anfield before hosting West Bromwich Albion. We've had a tricky run of fixtures. It's been a mixed spell, but I do appreciate it's very hard for these lads to motivate themselves. Generally though, we've got to be very pleased with where we are. We're 12th place, we're nowhere near the relegation battle the media expected. And after saying we'd finish in a safe mid-table position, we've flown past 40 points and done exactly that. If we pick up 4 points today, we might sneak in the top half. But overall, I'm really pleased with how we've done this season. Lots of work to do, lots of the squad still to regenerate. And this summer could go a large way towards doing that. So if you're looking forward to seeing what players are wanted, what's going to be coming up over the next few episodes, as we've got lots of transfers we'd like to get done. And please do put a thumbs up on it. But for now, the focus is Liverpool. Probably our best win of the season so far was the 2-0 at home to Liverpool. Really solid performance in that one. And then West Brom is a game I like to finish on a high. That's easier said than done. The one positive we've got at the moment is that the bank balance is looking healthy. We've been under the wage budget all year and we're in a higher position than expected in the league. So I'm hoping we'll get a little bit of a transfer budget this summer even before all the other players go on a transfer list or get moved on. Let's go and have a look at the fixtures though, because we have got through a lot off camera. You were with me as we went defensively poor against Manchester United and Tottenham. But as we mentioned, we largely had a friendlier run of fixtures since then, until the last two, where unfortunately the goals have started to go in against us again. But as you can see, it's not entertaining. We went on a run, I think 7 successive games that were 1-0 either way or 1-1. So not the most entertainment to watch. In fact, it was 8 in a row. It started with Everton, the game after the last episode. And you'll notice this feature a lot as well. The striker's not scoring. Andy Johnson has not scored in 2009. Bobby Zamora has not scored many recently. It has all been Brede Hangeland. A 1-1 draw against Everton, he scored in that one. A 1-0 defeat to Aston Villa, which was not ideal. But, you know, we put in a decent effort against a good side on the road. A 1-0 win at home to Wigan. The Magic Man delivered again. Skelbred assist, goal for Albin. They're the two that we bought in last summer. And if we can sign players of that quality next year, we're going to have a really good time. If we can get 7 or 8 of them in the squad with 2 or 3 stragglers rather than the other way round, things may look up. Against West Ham United, Brede Hangeland to the rescue again in a 1-1 draw. A decent performance, but no win, which is all that matters at this point. We did win 1-0 at home to Middlesbrough though. Skelbred got the goal yet again. He was fantastic. But ultimately, unless we get a goal-scoring striker, none of this is going to matter next year. Back-to-back 1-0 defeats on the road followed against Hull City and against Portsmouth. Aaron Hughes was at fault for the goal against Hull. Against Pompey, to be honest, we didn't look like scoring at any point. It was a disappointing display. We did, though, draw 1-1 at home to Bolton. But Brede Hangeland got our goal. We dominated the match, then conceded in the 92nd minute. Exactly what you want, isn't it? But if you look at the stats, 5 clear-cut chances. Andy Johnson had plenty of them. 5.8 rating for missing them all. We've got to get a top striker next year. Against Manchester City, a brilliant 2-2 draw as we came back from behind in that game. We did it once, we then conceded straight away. Then we did it twice late on. Clint Dempsey with a rare goal after Albin produced yet more magic in the first half of that one. And then last time out against Arsenal, it was a difficult game. We lost 1-0, we were in it, but we never really looked like scoring. Although I will say on this occasion, at least Andy Johnson played well, which is something. Now, you might say the results have looked a bit average recently. We've only won a couple of games. There's been a few draws in there, but I do have to say I've been trying to get younger players into the team and get some appearances to them. So it's not entirely representative of where we are, but Frederick Storr's coming at right back for Pansil. That's just a form thing. But then if we go to the bench, Elliot Omazusi made a sub appearance. He's been involved in the squad a few times. John Fleck started a few in midfield. I went for a slightly more aggressive approach. He's improving with first team football. But we have gone back to a bit of a tried and trusted for these big games. because I didn't want to get battered by City or Arsenal or Liverpool today. So hopefully that form will continue, though we are without several key players for this one. Moussa Sissoko on international duty. France under-19 starting their tournament with 2 games of the league seasons ago. Clint Dempsey has picked up an injury. He's only going to miss this game, but he is out for it, which is crucial. And Andy Johnson might even be a good thing that he's injured at this point. He has been so bad. Manchester City on the 30th of November is the last time Andy Johnson scored. It's embarrassing. So let's get through to the fixtures today. We are 12th in the Premier League. We cannot really drop from that position because, let's be honest, West Ham are 5 points below with 6 to play for. It would take a miracle for them to overtake us. We can go up as high as 9th or 8th, but again, they'd be miracles. We might glance past Newcastle or Sunderland if we beat West Brom and get some luck elsewhere. Hull and Wigan are down. We're keeping an eye on a few players for next year. Bolton or Stoke will be the others. I don't really mind who it is because we're going to target whichever centre-half goes down. So if it's Bolton, we'll look at Gary Cahill. If it's Stoke, we'll look at Ryan Shawcross. There's a couple of players from Wigan we'll keep an eye on. Hull City will be a bit harder, but we might be able to nick one. So let's go and get through to the fixtures. Finish off this season with what I think will be very much a defeat at Liverpool. We beat them at home, but they have got a very good side. And they've had a great season. So we're going to have to drop out 3 star players today. Olivier Decour will drop into holding midfield. I'm almost tempted to go back to the John Fleck situation in midfield because why not? I mean, he's not happy, but let's go for it. Skelbred will play alongside him. Dempsey will be replaced by Simon Davis, who's not had much football recently. Guerra's on the bench. He could come in, but I want to put Simon Davis in a shop window, or do I risk him getting injured again? Let's go for Zoltan Guerra. And up front, it's going to be Bobby Zamora. That means the bench, Dixon Atuhu will come in. Diamanti Camara will come in. Is still only made 1 appearance this year for the international team. Has not played for us much at all. And that, I think, is going to be our squad for today. It's as good as we can do. Tactically, we are going to make a couple of adjustments, mainly in the midfield. This is what we've sort of been doing when we've had these 2 in. We've been going aggressive, allowing both to push on. And while it does leave us more exposed at the back, it's created more chances and allowed us to dominate games. Maybe Bobby Zamora will be more clinical than Andy Johnson today. I don't know. So our 11 in full is as follows. Mark Schwarzer in goal. Storr and Enrique the fullbacks. Jose Enrique settling down well now. Breda Hangeland alongside the weak link of Aaron Hughes in the back 4. Olivier Decour drops into the holding role with Skelbred and John Fleck pushing from midfield ahead of him. Guerra comes in alongside Albin on the wings with Bobby Zamora in up front. And you can see from the average ratings where the weaknesses are in the team. Centre half, Aaron Hughes is nowhere near the standard of Hangeland. In midfield, that third player when Sissoko's not there, just not got the quality. And then the right wing and striker, rated far worse than Albin. It's very simple where we need to fix this summer. Whether we can do it may depend on league position, because 1 or 2 places could mean a couple of million and more money in my transfer kitty. Well, maybe there's a little bit of hope today. I'm not sure if Liverpool have got something else to play for, but they've changed their team slightly. Damien Plessis has played 4 league games all season. He's still a good player, but he's not that level. Why have they left out Alonso Carragher? They've not got Gerard Torres or Lucas due to injury. Have they got another game? No. They've got Borough next week. Oh, they played on Wednesday because they had Champions League backlog, so maybe that's the reason. But it is a rotated side. It's without Gerrard and Torres and Alonso. It's probably about as good as we could ask for from a Liverpool team. So let's tell the boys they can win this. Let's try and get at their midfield. Sammy Hippie is a bit slower at the back. Almost a shame we haven't got Andy Johnson for this one. But maybe it gives us a chance to keep it respectable. We go straight from the kickoff with Aaron Hughes. And now Frederick Storr can look for the long ball forward, which Daniel Agger will deal with. Still a world-class player in this game. And Schwarzer, you lucky boy. Had a couple of moments this year. I do worry for him next season. He's declining as well. I think he might have to be replaced, but to do that, we'll probably have to get him out. We know we've got that one goalkeeper who might be able to come in Ali Al-Habsi, but if we can get him in and someone of better quality, could be a really good upgrade for next year. Skelbred commits the foul on Plessis. It's not been the best start, has it? But still 0-0 for now. We're nearly 10 minutes on the clock and we're back on the right-hand side with Frederick Storr. Nice to see us in the opposition half. Good ball in. Teasing. Albin up against Hippiat causes him some problems. Pepe Reina is there and to the rescue. This Liverpool side in FM09, I know half of it's missing today. It's so good, isn't it? Mascherano Mascherano, Gerrard and Alonso must be one of the best midfield threes that's ever lined up. It's an incredible standard. Put Torres up front in that team. Carragher at the back is rock solid. Pepe Reina in goal. You're a couple of players away from a world-class 11. As Timashuk picks the ball up in midfield. Good ball to Babel, but he must be offside. And he is. The flag goes up. We've survived almost half an hour relatively comfortably. There's not been any clear-cut chances on our goal. It's been relatively impressive so far. There's 10 minutes to the break and it's Liverpool on the attack again. Dirk Kuyt being harassed by Hangeland but gets through. Mascherano finds a good ball towards Aurelio. And this time Mark Schwarzer uses all of his experience. Does very well. And now we've got a free kick up the other end with Albin. That's a little bit greedy. I can see why he wanted to do it because look, nobody else is scoring goals up there. Unfortunately, that wasn't the right decision. As we approach half-time, we've got the ball on the right-hand side, awaiting a throw-in from Frederick Storr. Would be a lovely time to get the lead. I'm pretty impressed that John Fleck is one of our best players today so far, as Zamora gets it right side of the box. Back to Freddie Storr. Has support inside. Storr's going towards the byline though. He's not coming under much pressure. Delivers a good cross. Hoopi is up. Albin's there as well. Arbeloa tucks in on the right. Does a good job. And in the end, he hoofs it down to Benayoun. Support ahead of him, but Jose Enrique's in. Future Liverpool player in real life, of course. But this occasion, he's doing the job against them. Gets it back to Schwarzer. Long ball towards Hippier, who deals with it well. If that had beaten him, Zamora's probably in free on goal. Storr loses out in the air, though. Mascherano's in. Just wide. That is the first big chance for Liverpool today. It's taken till first half stoppage time, but they really should have scored that. We survive it. It's 0-0 at half time even. I'm putting us defeated even when we're not. Let's go and say we can win this game and get into the second half. Because so far, so good, you've got to say. Well, we've survived the first 5 minutes of the second half. Ryan Babel's picked up a knock, but he seems to be okay to continue as Albin flicks one on towards Zamora, who brings it down for Albin. Great ball for Skelbred, who's in one-on-one. Per Skelbred, good save, and the rebound's cleared by Arbeloa. Just not got that predatory instinct with Zamora on the rebound. Hangeland clears, Storr does well. That's the best chance of the game, and it's fallen to us. We really do have something against Liverpool, don't we? We seem to create chances against them. Out against Aaron Hughes, who does well. Decor clears to Zamora. Can he hold it up? He does pretty well in fairness to him. Finds John Fleck in midfield. Playing deeper than usual, but finds Zamora again and gets it wide towards Albin. Loses out in the air to Arbeloa, and that'll just peter out. But first big chance of the half goes to Fulham. And we're in this game, make no mistake. As Riera gets to the byline, might change as soon as I've said it. Why do I say these things? Why do I do it to myself? Dirk Kuyt with a free header. Guess who's at fault? Aaron Hughes. It's almost as if we tried to replace him in January. It's got to be top of the target list for the summer because it's cost us yet another goal. And when Hangeland has been so solid at the back all year, Enrique's such an improvement. To have Aaron Hughes, who's literally 0.3, 0.4 behind on the average rating all year. Oh, he scored an own goal now. Aaron, seriously. This is not Sunday League football. Just get off. Just get off. We'll put Omazusi, the youngster, on. He's not even a centre-half, but I'd rather have someone who's going to put some effort in. Next week is going to be your last game for the football club, so savour it. Big fan of him in real life, but honestly, absolutely awful in this game. Bobby Zamora's not having a good one either, but I'm not going to make any more subs for now because we've played okay. But to concede 2 goals in a few minutes, and again, both of them are Aaron Hughes' fault. We saw it in the last episode when we played the top teams. He's literally at fault for half the goals we concede. And when you look at Diakate, who we were trying to bring in January, it would just revolutionise this side in one transfer. We will put John Fleck up front in a few minutes, get another midfielder on. But for now, we've just got to try and stay in the game because we've been rocked here. As Babel beats Skelbred. Good clearance from Schwarzer. Albin towards Zamora. Sami Hippier will get there first. And just like this, the confidence drops and the game's over because of one player making individual mistakes. Kuyt's in at the back stick. It's a good block by Hangeland. Albin will bring it away. And unfortunately, we're left to rue what could have been in January. Why did he reject Everton? He could have changed everything for us. Bobby Zamora is going to be replaced by... Do you know what? I will get Simon Davis on, I think. We'll chuck John Fleck up front, Gira in midfield, and then we'll go Simon Davis on the right-hand side. That's the best we can do. There's half an hour to go. We've got one more sub. But for now, we're just going to keep going as Omazusi already does something that Aaron Hughes didn't. Got in the box and cleared it instead of allowing a free unmarked challenge for the striker. Zabaloa on the right-hand side. Chance to deliver. Benayoun v Omazusi. Elliot Omazusi wins it. See, it's not about the physicality and the height and the quality. It's about determination. As the core gets it to Skelbred, we've got plenty of men up on this attack. Zamora gets there, holds up for Albin. Chance to run at Arbeloa on the left-hand side. Been a real ray of light in our season, and that's the one positive I'm taking. The positions I have been able to upgrade, particularly Skelbred and Albin that have been here all year. They've been two of the three best players with Hangeland. And that's something we've got to take huge solace in. Sissoko's been very good as well. And Enrique is starting to find some consistency. With just over 20 to go, we might have to look at Fleck, though I don't think we've got another striker on the bench. Maybe Diamanti Camara gets a run out. Because John Fleck's really knackered and I don't want to risk an injury. As Arbeloa gets the chance to shoot, it's over the bar. I think that's what we're going to do. Diamanti Camara will make his first appearance for me. He is a natural striker, but he's not really the type of player we normally have up there. We're going to take all of these boys off. We're going to play to Camara's feet. And we're hopefully going to get at least a chance with 20 minutes to go. Well, here we go again with Fabio Aurelio as Liverpool starting to pile forward. You can see the impact those goals have had as Kaut forces a good save from Schwarzer. What might have been if we took that early second half chance and had got that January defensive change done. Benayoun with the corner up towards Carragher. Good header by Jose Enrique. Omazusi there for the second one. Clears it to Simon Davis. And now the break's on. He's got Albin over on the left. If he's got the quality to find the pass. Skelbred's going as well. Support down the line now from Gira. Diamanti Camara's making a run in the middle. It's a big switch to Albin. Chance to shoot. Cuts inside though. The chance has gone. And now Freddie Stort is back to the core. Support from Skelbred who's offside. It's a shame. Could have been the opportunity. Unfortunately, it goes begging again. Nice counter-attack though. Well, 15 minutes to go and Dirk Kuyt has possession for Liverpool on the right again as Ryan Babel definitely recovered. Fouled by Skelbred, who gets away with it. And now Davis can find Camara. He's in. His first appearance for me. Diamanti Camara puts it wide. If he'd scored that, I might have played him next week. Because he could have already shown more threat than Andy Johnson there. But 10 minutes to go. It's going to be another yellow card. This time Fabio Aurelio. And Liverpool, they're not having a comfortable day, are they? We've had two clear-cut chances apiece. The only difference is Liverpool have taken theirs. Well, 3 minutes of stoppage time being played. We're halfway through it. And look, if I reflect on this game, I'm actually not that disappointed because, look, it would have been great for this year. But I'm looking ahead to the future with Fulham. The only difference was the two boxes. We've both created two great opportunities. Liverpool scored theirs. We missed ours. And the two goals they've scored were an own goal and an individual error from one man who we know isn't good enough. So hopefully by next season we can address those problems as Albin has just rinsed Arbeloa there. Brilliant play from him. Inside to Skelbred. Finds Diamanti Camara. Oh, it's a good challenge from Agger to be fair. He's not quite match sharp yet. Was out injured for 9 months in fairness to him. As Simon Davis in. Chance to cross. Good ball across the box. Nobody's attacking it. Oh, please give me a predatory striker. Get me a superstar up there. Even if we can't get all of the positions replaced next year, if we can replace Aaron Hughes with Diakate and get a good centre forward in, I'd be quite happy to be honest. As Davis goes long over the top, Camara will chase, but Agger should be favourite. And I think that's going to be just about it. A decent performance. We gave Liverpool a fright, but Aaron Hughes yet again is the villain. And missed chances cost us the chance at a point. Decore's given it away to Babel. I've no idea why we're still playing. We're a minute and a half over. Omazusi's been very good since he came on. So big credit to him. Might get a start next week. But it is a 2-0 defeat. Despite it could have been very different. We lose. We miss out on our chance of a top half finish. And next week at home to West Brom, it's just going to be playing for pride and trying to finish in style. Well, confirmation, if you needed it, that we now cannot finish in the top half. We are 2 points behind Newcastle though, and they go to Manchester United on the final day, who despite being third can still win the Premier League title remarkably at the top. So that's going to be our target, to try and nick a win against West Brom and get ourselves into 11th place. Let's go and see if we can do it. Big games at the top and bottom next week, and we've got our own little battle right in the middle. Well, it's the final day of the Premier League season as we host West Bromwich Albion, who are also safe in mid-table mediocrity. There's big games at both ends of the table as 3 teams can win the title and 3 teams battle out for the last relegation spot. Bolton may complete the great escape here. For now, we've got to get through to our match preview and see who's fit for this one. Moussa Sissoko is back after playing well for France, so we can go to our usual midfield setup with Sissoko, Decourt and Skelbred. Decourt going back to a slightly more reserved role for this one. We've also got the opportunity on the right to bring back Clint Dempsey, but he's nowhere near fit, and I don't want to risk an injury on this final day, so I'm just going to leave him out. Gira did all right last week, as did Simon Davis, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm going to put on Mazusi in defence for Hughes, who was embarrassing again last week. Or do I for a game this big? Do I for a game this big? I'm not going to, and then I'm going to inevitably regret it, I'm sure. Diamanti Camera didn't do much when he came on, so John Fleck will make the appearance on the bench. And I think we're going to leave it at that. So our 11 sees a couple of changes as Sissoko returns in central midfield. And in fact, that's the only one, isn't it? Because I went against making the Aaron Hughes change. So just Sissoko in for John Fleck. Final game of the season. Should I put Fleck up front in place of Bobby Zamora? I might do that as well. He's not scored all season. It's as good a time as any, isn't it? No, we're going to stick with Bobby. Probably his final game for the club. He's not wanted. So let's get him a couple of goals and get him in the shop window. Through to the final game. We need to get that win to finish a place higher in the table. Well, the prize for us today would be top of the bottom half, and I'm regretting my decision at the back now because up front they've got Jason Roberts and Ishmael Miller, 2 powerhouses, 2 big centre forwards that Hughes won't cope with. It's actually a decent West Brom team in this era, isn't it? Leon Barnett, the former Luton youngster. In midfield, you've got the likes of Behrens, Valero, Brunt and Morrison, good pros too. This is a good West Brom side. Not surprised they stayed up. Let's tell the boys they can win this game, though, and hope we get some sort of reaction first half. They've got a lot of quality on the bench too. This might be a difficult day. As Zamora plays back to Sissoko. We had a boring 0-0 draw against them just before Christmas on the road. Hopefully today we can do better as Scott Carson. Good ball out. Czech clears it down the line, but Gira intercepts. And Decourt can start an attack with Skelbred making a run. He's in one-on-one. It's a great save. Stunning from Scott Carson. Brilliant goalkeeping. It's out for a corner kick. And Juan Albin has the chance to find Breda Hangeland. We know he's the big threat, and there he is. Can't get it on target this time. Good start for Fulham. We've had the best chance of the match, but again, another clear-cut chance not taken. And that is the worry for us as Brunt finds Morrison. Now West Brom can attack, and we know if they get one, they'll probably score it as Jason Roberts goes for the shot over the bar. That's nothing more than a half chance. It's been a good couple of minutes for us. Well, just over 10 minutes gone, Borja Valero returns in possession, looks for Behrens on the right-hand side. Space to run down the line towards Jason Roberts. Hangeland dragged out of position. Valero looking for the through ball. Skelbred's in on him though. Finds James Morrison. Now Chris Brunt. Good block by Hughes to be fair. He's out for a corner kick. The 2 international teammates coming up against each other there. Chris Brunt, we know he's got good set-piece delivery. Far better player in this game than he was when we had him with Luton in the 06 save. Skelbred flicks on, but only into danger. Hughes loses the header to Miller, and Sissoko gets there to find Zamora, who can hold the ball up. Not very well, though. Jonas Jonsson gets in. Olsen, sorry. And he's out from Morrison to Chris Brunt, who's got 2 in the box again here. Enrique's there at the back stick, gets a flick on it. Only as far as Behrens, though. Good ball in. Hughes there again, does well this time. The core up towards Zamora. Barnett wins it. Starting to come under threat a little now, though we are at the other end with Enrique. Moussa Sissoko finds Skelbred. Lovely turn. Great effort. And another brilliant save from Carson. He's looked the most likely so far as Pierre Skelbred. Being flattered by interest from Celtic during the week. But at the moment, he's doing a job for us as Albin's corner was a wicked delivery. Bobbles around, then it gets cleared away. We've still had the best chance of the game here. West Brom's still not hit the target yet. With 20 gone, it's 0-0. We haven't really, bar Skelbred, looked like scoring. Who's coming off injured now? Zoltan Gira. 25 minutes gone. Do not be out for the summer transfer window. We're going to bring Simon Davis on there. Get him in a transfer market too. And hopefully we'll continue the momentum. As it's a goal kick, or a free kick, sorry, for Scott Carson just outside his own box. Up towards Jason Roberts, who brings it down brilliantly. Made Hangeland look silly there. Has not happened often to him this year. But Breda Hangeland was turned inside out. Half an hour gone though. West Brom in possession. We're starting to come under threat though. Skelbred's nicked it back for Albin. Beaten to it by Zyverloon. Good defending. Behrens inside. Decourt should get there. Zamora up against Barnett. Holds up for Skelbred. Releases Albin, who's got acres of space on the left. Three making the run to get in the middle. Albin to the byline. Can he find the cross? He does. Zamora's up, heads over. Another chance goes begging. Our centre forwards, I mean, Johnson's good on paper, but it's so abject, the performance is. Albin's now picked up a knock as well, so I might have to take him off soon. I know he's going to be key to us winning this game, but we cannot afford for that to drag into the summer and next season. As Simon Davis to the byline. Chance to cross, does well. Finds Skelbred and then Zamora, who finally gets a goal. And you know what? He's been poor this year, but he's been better than Andy Johnson. I have to give him that. He's the striker I wanted to sell if it all had been equal. Makes me think maybe I should have kept Eric Nevland. Was he the magic man after all this? 10 minutes to the break, we go 1-0 up. We've finally broken a deadlock. Now can we maintain it? Well, we reach half time. Thankfully, Albin's condition is improving a bit, so I think we can get another 15 minutes out of him. And to tell the boys we're pleased and keep building the momentum, because we played well first half there. We had a couple of great chances, Skelbred in particular, and Zamora took one of his two. As we've got defending to do, 5 minutes into the second half. Borja Valero from the throw-in. Good cross to flex away. That's good work from Sissoko. Now can we deal with the Chris Brunt delivery? In fact, it's Marek Cech taking it now. Maybe there was a change there. Into the box, Schwarzer does well. Everyone went back post for West Brom and then he put it in as a near post swinger. Bit of a strange one. Hour gone on the clock. We're comfortable at the moment. Like Sissoko's just picked up a knock as I say that. And we return with a corner for Juan Albin. Up to the front post. Hangeland's there. Oh, we've seen that story a few times this season. Breda Hangeland, the absolute superstar. And it's that combination again. Albin and Hangeland are the men. Those two, Sissoko and Skelbred, it's a team we can build around. And that is the positive. We'll give it 5 more minutes before a couple more changes. We'll get Omazusi and Fleck another run out. Get the youngsters on. It's been a really decent display this so far. 20 minutes to go. Do not concede as Jonathan Green in off the bench to take the corner. Ryan Donk's header straight at the keeper. We are going to make some subs now. We're going to take Freddie Storr off at right back for Omazusi. And I'm going to get John Fleck on for Albin just because of that knock earlier. Don't want to take too many risks. Let's see if we can see out this victory. We've given away leads a lot this season. With 15 to go, 2 up against West Brom. I'd be a bit disappointed if we didn't win from here. Well, it's been a fairly quiet finish to the game as we return with just 2 minutes remaining. Big ball forward from the right back Omazusi. Only headed back to Scott Carson for West Brom as Zyverloon will play out from the back. Big ball forward, Hangeland wins it. John Fleck will go up. I don't fancy him to win that one. And Hangeland will have a second bit of defending to do. Knocks it down for Skelbred. Now Olivier Decour. Through ball to Zamora. Support to his right, but goes back to Sissoko. Over there, Omazusi. That's the ball. Finds him. Can he get the cross in? There's 5 in the middle. That's unheard of for us. Elliot Omazusi. And Decour's in there, but he commits the foul. Thought it was a penalty for a minute. It's been a really decent performance, this. Restricted West Brom to 1 shot on target. Created a fair few of our own. And Miller puts that wide, so we might even get the clean sheet to go with it. A 2-0 win to finish the season. We'll have to look at the Newcastle score because if we can sneak up to 11th, it's a bit of extra prize money. It's a good team to finish above given their side. As Hangeland gets the ball down, does really well. Zamora's onside now. He plays it to him. Skelbred's making that run and he's through, but Zyverloon gets back. That's good defending. John Fleck will work back on Greening, but West Brom can bring it away. They've gambled on putting men forward here, but they're not able to get to them because we're working hard. Donk forward, Hughes does well. Skelbred brings it down and over on the right, Simon Davis has loads of space. Can he get his first touch right? He does, beats Jonas Olsen. Chance to cross from the byline. Olsen's back at him though. Out for a throw. The 3 minutes have been played. And I think we're going to finish with a relatively comfortable victory. A very good end to a very decent season. There are frustrations. There are areas we need to improve. But for the first year, given the financial restraints and the expectations, and some of the injuries we've had as well, I'm pretty pleased with that overall. A good performance, a good campaign. Now let's see if Newcastle lost. They did 4-0. So we move up to 11th on the final day. Top of the bottom half. A really rock solid season for us. Stoke relegated instead of Bolton. So Ryan Shawcross is definitely a player we're going to try and target this summer. Would be an upgrade for sure on Aaron Hughes. And also Hull and Wigan as well. We look at that Wigan side. Maybe an Emerson Boyce, someone we could look at. Kumas always good in the early FMs. Might be worth having a look at too. And then Hull City. There's not as much there that we can go on. but maybe if we could nick a Bullard or a Mendy on a cheap, be good squad additions as well. What our budget's going to be is a very different question though. Is a good finish to the Premier League season. Zoltan Gera is out for 4 weeks, so we'll be fit for the summer. We've been offered Dave Kitson, 5.5 million. You must be dreaming. Absolutely not. 10.25 million for our league finish. We'll skip ahead a day or two, just see if we get ourselves any transfer budget news. But if not, we'll head through to the summer and have a big transfer window with Fulham FC. Well, no transfer budget news, but we'll finish with this just to show you how good Brede Hangeland has been. All of the Premier League team of the year from Arsenal, from Manchester United or from Chelsea, with the exception of Brede Hangeland, who works his way in. He's now wanted by Manchester United, among others, Chelsea, Liverpool, AC Milan. Good job we got him that new deal last summer. We've got 3 more years. We can keep him for now, but that's going to be a big problem in the future. If we don't get European football soon, Brede Hangeland might well be on his bike. Played every single game, was our top Premier League scorer, and was our top player for Man of the Match awards as well. A brilliant, brilliant pro. A very good season overall for Fulham. If you go and have a look at this 11 as it is now, if I basically give you an indicator for next year, the players that I would definitely want in my starting 11 are those 5. The rest of the team is up for grabs. Zoltan Gera out as well after injury. There we go. So the left half of the team's pretty strong. There's a lot of weakness on the other side. That's going to be our job to deal with in the summer. But if you did enjoy our first season, which finishes with an 11th place finish and no threat of relegation, and please do put a thumbs up on the video. We will be back with a summer transfer special, which I expect to be blockbuster. Lots of the players we want to get out of the club are wanted. The likes of Hughes, Andranik, Dempsey, maybe Storr, Murphy, Davis, Pansil, all could potentially be leaving. And will we lose any of those superstars as well? If you want to stay up to date and find out, as the new season will be back soon, subscribe and turn that notification bell on. Thank you very much for following along this new retro save. We have done plenty of others this year. You can find them up in the eye above. And of course, hopefully, we'll have some FM26 to talk about soon. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again for the summer transfer special. But a decent first season with Fulham. And now we're going to be very busy trying to get some of these boys off the books.